Hi there, and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK for once again action figure breaking news. And my goodness, have we had some expensive announcements today in the 1/6 and the 1/12 toy game? So before we get into that, if you could hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And why not consider joining the channel membership? God knows I'm going to need it today. So here I am back in the sort of live stream area, in the office, if you will, and we have news from Mondo and we have news from Mythic Legions. The day of the dragon is nearly upon us. But before we get to that, oh dear, bub. Oh dear, dear, dear. Let's go over to Mondo's website because we have had the announcement of the X-Men 97 Wolverine figure in the 1/6 Mondo X-Men, the animated series scale. Now, this figure is not a redo. This is a brand new figure of Wolverine. It's not just a standard reissue because they have done Wolverine before, but not quite this good. Wolverine was one of the very first, if not the very first, in the Mondo 1/6 X-Men animated line. And he could probably do with an upgrade because that figure is slightly outdated when it comes to the rest of the Mondo figures, having had it in the collection as I'm trying to get a complete Mondo X-Men, Spider-Man, and Batman, the animated series. Lord help me, trying to complete that collection. So the question to me is, do I upgrade? And the question to you in the chat, if you do not have a Wolverine in the Mondo line, is, are you buying this one? So get in the comments and let me know, because I think this might pull in some non-Mondo collectors and even pull in some non-12-inch collectors. So the people down there that are watching the channel, of course, most of this channel is 1/12 scale, the 6-inch scale, but Mondo are double the size. They are 1/6 scale, which is your 12-inch figures. But I know there's a very popular show, X-Men 97, of course, so is the original animated series, and Wolverine can be that standalone character. He doesn't necessarily need all of the rest of the X-Men, so he could just be your representation. So let me know in the comments section, are you after Wolverine? And I say I've got to answer the upgrade question myself. So if anybody wants to buy my Wolverine, hit me up in that comment section. Anybody in the UK, let me know. Maybe it's an easy upgrade if I sell the other one. But can I sell the other one? Because the accessories are slightly different with this one. You get more accessories, but you don't get the portrait and the slash from the animation opening. So it is something different than the original figure there. So we will go through the images. So pre-orders are tomorrow as I record this video. So they're going up on the 25th, I do believe, Tuesday the 25th of February for Wolverine. There you can see him pictured with the recently released Cyclops figure from the X-Men, the animated series line. And this is going to be a Mondo exclusive. It is a 10-day timed edition. So some of these Mondos are like a 1,000-piece limited edition, and once they're sold out, and they can go within half an hour. But this one, it does seem to be an open pre-order for 10 days, so it shouldn't sell out within that time period unless I'm missing something. So if I have got that wrong, let me know in the comments section. But here we are, available for just 10 days. Our deluxe timed edition variant also includes exclusive extras, additional portraits, and the destroyed Sentinel base. Now, they have done a destroyed Sentinel base with Rogue, and it's fantastic. It's utterly fantastic diorama piece. It looks excellent. So it'd be kind of cool to have another Sentinel base to go with that. So the fact this is a timed variant, there will be a regular version then. So there's usually a regular version, but usually it is released months and months later when it comes to the X-Men line. But this will have the sort of whole shebang, all the bells and whistles in this one, rather than the stripped down version that will be coming to retailers, but does usually come to UK retailers. You should be able to get the regular version a bit later on, I would assume, at Comic and Cocktails. But this is something I wasn't expecting. A shirtless Wolverine. So they've added an additional torso in there and an interchangeable ripped shirt piece. So you can display this version of Wolverine, a sort of crazy berserker head sculpt as well. So that was another new piece to the collection. Does look good, doesn't it? It does look very, very good. It almost looks absolutely perfect, like what it's supposed to look like, a sort of 12-inch Wolverine from the animated show. This is the thing with these Mondos. The articulation, not always amazing on the Mondos. Decent, but not amazing. And, yeah, That looks great, doesn't it? Those are really good. They always a bit lost of words sometimes. Look at these Mondos, and there is a Sentinel base, but he's had a good slash through the head then. So that's pretty cool. So that's a big chunky piece as well. It's bigger than my hand, the one that came with Rogue. So this is going to be big. There is the sort of fully charged up Wolverine from the animated X-Men 97 show then. Of course, that happened in the show. He charges up Wolverine. There's Gambit there. So you get the charge claws coming with Wolverine. So that's another new accessory there. Shout out to all the designers and sculptors there. And here's another image showing, of course, with some of the other figures from the line. We've seen that one. There is a variant Jim Lee poster. I think we've got $80. You can get yourself a Jim Lee poster, but this is a photo we want to look at. The full solicitation. So you might see the portrait there and think, oh, it does come with the portrait. It doesn't, because that's an enamel pin. That's not the actual scale portrait that the original release comes with. So you're still going to need that. So maybe I could keep the accessories and sell the figure for the original. That's potentially an idea for me. But that is an enamel pin. So you've got 3 masked head sculpts, 2 unmasked head sculpt, the down cowl, the ripped shirt, the interchangeable chest, the sentinel head. You've got the ripped piece of sort of sentinel tentacle. Nearly I've said there. That's a weird sentence to try and say. And there's the interchangeable claws as well. They're quite sturdy, the claws. Nothing nothing fragile when it comes to the claws. And then the X-Men base with the X symbol on it. So let's have a look at the details then down here and the price. So it is 10 inches Wolverine because, of course, he is shorter than the rest of the X-Men crew. So he is scaled in with the rest there. 1/6 scale. And here's the key. $245. So it is up there with Mondo's higher price ranges. Sometimes it's sort of $220 to $250. It is up there because you're getting a lot of accessories when it comes to this one. But the key here, free shipping to the United States, Canada, UK, and EU. So free shipping to me, which is good, because the Mondo Ghostbusters that have recently gone up, they are not free shipping. So I had to pay $40 on top of the $202 for the Ghostbusters set, effectively making it the exact same price as this, because this comes with a free shipping and the Ghostbusters do not. So the free 1/6 shipping is great. It's usually pretty efficient as well when it comes to Mondo shipping. So $245, convert that to pounds, you're around £195, so just under the £200 mark. That is before import fees in the UK, so you potentially run the risk ordering from Mondo Direct of another 20% import fees, which would then take you into the £250 price point. So somewhere between 200 and 250, depending on your import fees, is what this one's going to cost you if you're new to Mondo. Because I think, as I said earlier, this will attract some new collectors to the Mondo 1/6 line. But that is your full layout. I do like the interchangeable heads there. They'll drop some more images tomorrow when the pre-order goes up on mondoshop.com. I like the unmasked or the screaming head sculpts. They're a definite improvement than the original Wolverine figure. Probably the weakest part of that figure is the unmasked head sculpt because it was such an early release in the line. So this is much, much improved. It's just, oh dear, don't want to say the word. Can I justify it? I'm going to say, can I justify upgrading? I do not know. I'm going to have to think about this one, but I've not got long to think because this is literally a 10-day timed edition. So I'm going to have to get my thinking cap on rather fast if I am going to order this one. Well, that's one expensive figure. But have no fear, ladies and gentlemen. There's another one to talk about here. So this is a double video. This is Wolverine versus the Mythic Legions Dragon. Because I collect everything. That's a problem here at Jay's Toy Collection UK, is I collect far too much stuff. So let's go to the 4 Horsemen Studios Instagram page. I think Jeremy Gerard has done the post here, and we have the information about the pre-order, the crowdfunding campaign for Beathir, I think you pronounce it. I'm terrible with the pronunciations. The dragon, the big green dragon. I think at some points, if you add all the extensions on, it's nearly 6 foot long. It's absolutely huge. But we've got the price and we've got the date for the sort of pre-order crowdfunder to start. So any Hasbro fans out there, you will be used to the HasLab model. So it's a crowdfunding, almost a Kickstarter. So it's going to have a minimum order quantity to meet before it goes into production. And that is set here, you can see in the copy, at quite a low figure. So for such a small company as 4 Horsemen, it's a 2,000 unit base offering. So we need to get 2,000 units to go into production. If it sells less than 2,000, it will not get funded. But I don't think this will have a problem, to be honest with you, reaching 2,000 units. I thought it'd be about 10,000 they'd be having to get a minimum of. But so to get the sort of minimum order quantity down so low and quite a competitive price, I'm going to be honest and say. So let me know your thoughts on the price on this one in the comments of the video, and let me know if you're intending to pick one of these up. My cheeky monkey's gone out for the evening, but she loves a dragon. She'll love a good dragon. I'm sure she'll buy this one. I have to have some serious words with cheeky monkey on this, because I think she has said on the channel she's going to buy a dragon. So we will see when the time comes. And when the time comes, is pretty close. It's a couple of weeks away. So it's Friday, the 7th of March. The campaign will begin, and it will have stretch goals. So if they exceed the 2,000 units, they'll be adding more stuff on. Maybe it's some of those sort of charred, burnt skeletons and knights we saw at Legions Con. I'd assume that's going to be a tier. I think there might be a slightly more expensive offering when it comes with the alternate head, the bigger wings, and a flame effect. So we'll have to again wait and see on that one and the potential price of that. But this thing is massive, and it does look so, so good. I really do want to add this to the collection. I've already made the space for it. So I'm having to choose between two Taser 2 items for Wolverine and the Dragon. Well, I haven't got a Dragon and I've got a Wolverine. So I am on Team Dragon if I had to choose. But what is the price, you ask? $550 before shipping and taxes. So plus tax and shipping, which of course we do not know what that is yet in terms of shipping. That's what I'm a little worried about, is UK shipping on this. 4 Horsemen will ship worldwide. They will want the money up front. They will ship worldwide. But it's going to be heavy. So how much is the shipping? Are we talking $100 shipping? I hope it's less. Maybe $75 shipping. I think I'd be quite happy with that, really. So we'll have to see on the international shipping on this one. But $550 for something this size, I don't think it's too bad at all. This is massive. And when this thing first came out, I was thinking, what's this, £1,000 dragon? I was in, this is going to be £1,000. And it's half that. So it's half what I originally thought. As they spoke about it and more information came out from Jeremy and the team at Legions Con, they were saying somewhere, I think, between sort of 300, 600. They would say it was in that sort of price point. It's effectively the cost of an all-in Mythic Legions wave. So some of their waves are quite big. And if you go all in, every figure in that wave, you're in the usual range of about 550 and about $50 shipping, actually. So if that's the same weight as all those figures combined, maybe it is only $50 international shipping. So fingers definitely crossed for me on that one. But 550, what do you think? Is that more than you thought? Or is that less than you thought? As I said, to be honest, that is less than I thought. And for 2,000 units, that's pretty good. So if this can sell 10,000, then we can get tiers and tiers of stretch goals and additional items chucked in for that price. This could be a bit of a bargain. And in years to come, yes, I have just called a $550 item a bit of a bargain. But I think it could be, because this, on the aftermarket, what's this going to sell for later on the aftermarket? Quite a lot, probably. They said they're going to do more dragons. I'm assuming not quite in this scale. So you might have a whole family of dragons. But the big green dragon, that looks fantastic. The paint apps on this thing, absolutely gorgeous. So I'll do a full video breakdown in a couple of weeks when it comes out. We've got New York Toy Fair this weekend as well. So stay tuned for coverage on the channel from that. But that is Wolverine versus a dragon. Get your thoughts effectively in the comments section below. But I'm going to go get this video uploaded. So I've been Jay. This has been Jay's Toy Collection UK. And I will see you on the next video.